Morning guys, thanks for coming along. We are a company from South Wales and in the UK, and we date back to 1970. We call RMA Sport, and we manufacture a range of wheelchairs. We're a privately owned company, a UK market leader on mobility scooters. We made our name over the years selling scooters. Also, we do a lot in the NHS in the UK for products such as walking frames and commodes, etc. And we've been active in the wheelchair sports since 2012, since the London Games for the Paralympics. We began with rugby murder ball, they call it in Canada. It was invented, I believe, in 1977. So we've been cutting our teeth with the actual rugby side of things. So if you make a rugby chair, you can make most chairs. They're all derivatives of the actual rugby chairs. So all our products are designed in our facility in Wales in the UK, and the portfolio is very diverse. We do from rugby, badminton, we do tennis, we do dance chairs, skate park chairs. You know, we've got a very, very diverse portfolio. We're also very well connected and affiliated with a number of governing bodies in the UK. So Great Britain Wheelchair Rugby, also the Basketball Federation in the UK, and there's a company called Hughes Sports Trust, which does a lot of work with the youth of the UK market. So for beginners chairs especially, we have a market there. We also be very proud to be working with the Invictus Games. Now we've been 4 games so far, the inaugural games in London, which Prince Harry was at, and so London, North America. Also then we went across to Canada and then Australia last year. So from our point of view, we're here today to discuss, after a quick introduction, about our system. It's a unique system we have, and it's called contour body mapping. It's one of a kind, so it's a global patent on the system, and this is the 5th generation of the system. So I'm not sure if you've seen from where other manufacturers do for sports or active chairs, they use a tape measure. So if all of us guys had a tape measure in this room, there'd be differences in where we measure from, and there'd be inaccuracies. So human error, not doing it intentionally, can creep into the equation. This eradicates the actual need to have a tape measure to a large extent. So it does have a situation where it dispenses with the need of a tape measure, and my colleague Lee is going to demonstrate now what we do with this. So from our point of view, you can actually move the foot plate and take it in and raise it as well. So this gives the athlete or the wheelchair user the opportunity to get their centre of gravity. If they have very good core, or if they've got very poor upper body strength, we can then put the chair around them. So what they're doing is, with the seat brake, if they have very poor upper body strength, we can give them more support that way. And also, you can change the backrest height as well. Take it up and down. And then what's important, Lee will go around and show we can change the camber of the wheel and the height of the wheel. So what we're doing theoretically is making the chair around the individual. So it is making sure that you can change the height, you can change the camber of for a day chair through to a much more severe camber to get a better turning circle. So what you're doing is the person, the athlete, is actually trying the chair before it's actually built. And we've measured well over 500 people, and we've been at the World Championships down the road, and it's been a pleasure to measure people from all around the world. So from Australia through to South America, in mainland Europe, into Canada and North America as well. So it's been great, and there's been a lot of interest from the Asian countries, but I think they've been put off slightly because their English is not so good, but again we're Welsh, so it's very hard. So we put subtitles on here for you guys to understand. So what we have by the side of this lady here are 2 chairs to give you an indication of what we do. The one which is to my left is a chair which has been designed through the system here. So what you have is a chair which is a high performance badminton chair. And what we look to do is ensure, as you know, the sport is back and forth, as opposed to tennis, you weave in and out. So you need to have straight lines and speed. This is magnesium frame. So we utilize a standard the aircraft grade 7020 aluminium on our frames. But this frame is magnesium. Yeah. So the frame weighs 2.5 kilograms, and ironically, the wheels weigh more than the actual chair. The Spinergy wheels weigh 3 kilograms.
What's the total weight?
Beg your pardon?
What's the total weight?
Roughly 9 kilograms.
Wow.
9, yeah. So, but we will look. This has only been done for the actual World Championships, and for you guys to see what we are able to achieve in terms of manufacturing. Yes. So from this comes from this, and we look then to do a special second fit on our chairs. So you try the chair here, and then the chair is partially welded, called tacked, and the person then can try the chair before it's finalized and say 100% correct. So it's a unique proposition in our measuring system. We do this for all of the top sports, including badminton. We have several players in our chairs now, most notably Martin Rook, who's an English guy who's pretty high in the world rankings, and he has 2 of our chairs. So we thank him very much for his custom. On the other side of the coin, what you have is an entry-level chair. Now this has been designed with support from John Shearer and Lyndon from GB. And this is for developing countries and teams to have a cost-effective chair. So that chair would cost somewhere in the region of 4,000 euros with the system, etc. This one is roughly 850 euros. So it's a big price difference. In the high performance, yes. Absolutely, yes. Absolutely. For that chair, yes. This one, we have set measuring jigs, so we then produce them for mass market. But it's been designed to have an adjustable footplate, backrest, where you see the plungers there. Also, anti-tipper in the back, adjustable, and 2 seat widths as well. But we've sold 10 to Uganda so far through John's support, and from our point of view, we are looking to cater to provide for entry level through to high performance. So the stars of tomorrow could be in one of these to start with, and come through to be hopefully in one of these chairs. So from our point of view, we're very proud to be associated and be here today to meet all of you, and we are looking to promote the system. To summarize, what we have is made-to-measure concept, which is unique. And we are a UK manufacturer, but we do provide product all around the world. So, and we can travel. So, I know there's no time for questions because they told us we'll keep very, it says 2 minutes. I'm glad his fingers are that way, not the other way around, otherwise it could be saying, hurry up and get off.
Just a quick one, because from the feedback from the Korean, right, that it's better to have 4 wheels for the tilt, because when you go this direction, there's a possibility of tilting, high performance, right? So can you make these 4 wheels at this kind of price?
Yes, I guess what we have is we always consult with the governing bodies of every sport to make sure we're working within the parameters of the specifications. So we do that with every sport. So where we're affiliated, you saw earlier with the information, then we would consult to make sure we don't go off on a tangent and do something which is incorrect. And say everything we do then, we've got testing facilities, rolling road mechanisms, CAD design that we do these chairs with.
So the price is much lower. Is it because of the metal?
It's a steel frame, yes.
A steel frame. So it's like 15 kg?
Yes, it is slightly heavier, but again, you're getting a chair which is for developing nations and teams. So I say like in Africa, for instance, you've got the Ugandans who bought them and they feel very comfortable with the chairs, yes.
Also, it's the cost of the frame.
Oh yes, magnesium is much more expensive than steel, obviously, yes.
70220.
So thank you very much for your time, guys. I appreciate you coming across to see us, and hopefully, if you wish to have a presentation sent to you, I've got business cards I can give out later on. So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, and my colleague Lee, not forgetting Lee as well.
Thanks
Thanks, guys.